What's up guys, welcome to A Reseller's Life. My name is Chris, thank you so much for joining me. This is just a quick video on 6 steps to take the control back from eBay. I feel like a lot of people are feeling helpless, like they have nothing to do with the eBay algorithm and they can't control their sales and they're up and down. Nonsense. Well, I'm gonna give you a 6-step plan right now to fix that. So step number 1 is recognize you have the control. You own your store. eBay serves you. eBay is your servant, not the other way around. You don't work for eBay, you work for yourself. You get to decide what items you put in your store, how you list it, how you photograph it, how you ship it, how you do your customer service. For me, this actually sets me free. I don't have to worry about what eBay does because I get to control what I put in my store. I feel like a lot of you will feel a lot better once you realize you own your store. So the women's shirts just came in, and also I'm going to give away one more fanny pack. So put in the comment section below, hell yeah, and then let me know if you'd rather have the shirt or the fanny pack, and I'll do the drawing on the next video. I want you guys to shift from whatever you were doing before to being mission driven. Think about how many customers you want to serve in a month. I think this is the great way to narrow down what it is that you're doing. For me, I'd like to serve 3,000 customers per month. That's 100 sales a day. That's my goal. That's my North Star. So I plug that into my GPS, and now I'm starting to drive. I don't know which direction to go, but I start to get warmer and colder, and I change direction and I adjust. This show is called Daily Refinement because it's the passionate pursuit of less but better. Ideally, you could just drive in a straight line to however many sales that you want, but that's not really how entrepreneurship works. It zigs and zags, but again, if you're mission driven, it keeps you on track. You need to set your GPS because trying to serve 100 customers a month is very different than trying to serve 3,000 customers, which is very different from serving millions of customers. When you decide how you want to approach your mission, it dictates your day-to-day actions and which turns you take. Third, we're going to talk about being results driven. So this is what I want to talk about when it comes to results. There's only a few things that matter. One is the amount of impressions that you get. So you can go to your performance tab on eBay and look at how much traffic your store is getting. And if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see how many impressions every single item gets. Now this is a bit confusing because impressions do not mean views. Impressions just means somebody is scrolling down and they see your item somewhere in the scrolling. Clicking on it is the click-through rate. That's more important because somebody is now taking the opportunity or giving you the opportunity to actually sell the item. You can't buy the item without at least clicking onto it, right? So you need to be results driven and think about what items have great click-through rate, what items have great conversion rate. You guys should also consider doing YouTube if you do eBay because it's the same thing. You need to come up with a captivating title and a captivating thumbnail to get people to actually click. Then you need to do a good job so they actually watch the video, and then YouTube will reward you with more traffic. eBay is the exact same thing. They reward people who sell the same thing over and over again because they understand the conversion rate. This is super important, guys. You can't just list things and they'll sell. You have to list the right things. So understanding that you are now results driven is going to totally change the way you approach this. Number 4 is being people driven, people first. Now this is something that I don't know how you teach this, but I went to the UPS store and the gentleman, after he packed that Budweiser sign that I sold, asked me, do you want to take a picture of the packaging? Because sometimes if there's a case opened on eBay, you need to prove to them what the package looked like before you shipped it out. That's not in an operation manual. I don't know why the worker there pointed that out to me. That's extraordinary. Versus I had a different worker at a different store say, is one piece of tape enough for you? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not the shipping expert. You tell me how many pieces of tape is appropriate for this package. In my opinion, no, but it's weird how one person was doing as little as possible and the other person was being people forward and people first and trying to establish that relationship. If any time I have something fragile, I trust shipping it there. Not only do you get the insurance coverage when you ship through someone who packs it for you, but you also get the peace of mind knowing that someone who did it actually cares about people. So you need to be people first. That's extraordinarily important. Number 5, think about this as doing it right one time, the first time. I wish I had done this when I first started, which is just take it more seriously and be okay with being small. You don't need a big store, you just need a store that's clear. Understanding your numbers is way more important than how big your store is. If your wife or your husband asks you how much money did you make and you say $337 and I put 8 hours of work into it, that's like crystal clear. That's a lot better than I have no effing idea what's going on, but it's huge. We're making money, right? Because we bought it cheap. That's not clarity. That's going to stress you out. Just do it right from the beginning, even though you're small, and just trust me. It's okay to be small. It's just not okay to not understand what's going on because It's impossible to scale when you don't know your actual numbers. If you actually have a profitable model, meaning you're getting items for A, you're selling them for B, you're left with C, and it's a specific amount, there are people waiting in line to give you money if it actually works. Okay, you just have to be able to prove that you are actually making a profit. The number one reason that people can't sell their company is unclear financials. So just understand, if you ever want to get to a point where you can pass your business to your kid or sell it to somebody else, they need to understand what your business actually is. They might ask you to stay on. Okay, I'll buy your business for 100 grand as long as you can prove to me it makes 100 grand. So you stay on for the first 2 months and show me 2 months of $8,000 profit, and I'll give you your 100 grand. If you don't know what's going on, you can't do that. So build it right the first time. It's okay being small. Just understand, being clear is really sexy. Clear is the new sexy. And finally, guys, this one is my favorite, so please smash the like button. Remember that change is good. Change is not bad. You might not like change. That doesn't mean that change isn't good, though. So for me, when I look at managed payments coming in and making it more complicated, and the post office raising their rates every 6 months, for me, I think of it as a good thing because I'm getting better as a reseller and it's becoming harder to enter. So resellers are definitely going to come in, sell their personal goods, but people who actually want to do this for a living, I think that's declining. Okay, I don't feel like people are treating this like a real occupation. I'm one of thousands of resellers who talk about what they do online. Okay, we are not the reason why the market is tanking. The reason the market is tanking is because people are underemployed at their regular job. They're not making enough money at work and they're looking for other ways to work. Okay, if people were making a decent wage at work, do you think they'd want to spend their weekends hustling on the side when they're making plenty of money at work? I don't think so. I think people who are making plenty of money at work want to enjoy their weekend, spend time with their family, go to a barbecue, have a margarita. I don't think they would be starting a side hustle if they were making plenty of money. That's the reason why the trend's becoming more difficult. But for me, there are so many changes that I feel like it's not that easy to do what we do. So if you guys are interested in doing this, seriously, you can buy my Reseller Field Guide. It has all the processes written out and documented for 35 bucks with code YouTube. It comes in a physical book like this and a digital guide, which is better because it includes video tutorials of step-by-step how to do all this. It's very inexpensive. Hopefully you found value in my channel. Most of the content is free, but again, if you want to support me, buy the Reseller Field Guide. It's 35 bucks with code YouTube in the description below. Until next time, make progress daily, guys.